Roger Federer is widely considered one of the greatest tennis players in history. His career is not only defined by his achievements on the court, but also by his sportsmanship, elegance, and impact on the sport. Here's a detailed history of his life and career. Here is the personal information of Roger Federer in detail. Personal information: full name, Roger Federer, date of birth, August 8, 1981, place of birth, Basel, Switzerland, nationality, Swiss ethnicity, Swiss-German, father, and South African, mother. Height, 6 feet 1 inch, 185 cent. Weight, approx. 85 kilo, 187 elbows. Playing hand, right-handed, backhand, one-handed, turned pro, 1998, retired, 2022 family father, Robert Federer, Swiss-German, mother, Lanette Federer, née Durand, South African of Dutch and French descent. Sister, Diana Federer, has a set of twins. Wife, Miroslava Mirka Vavrinek, married in 2009. Former professional tennis player, the children, twin daughters, Charlene Riva and Mila Rose, born 2009, twin sons, Leo and Lenny, born 2014. Languages: spoken German, Swiss-German, dialect, native English, fluent French, fluent residency. Lives in Switzerland, with a luxury home on Lake Zurich. Also owns property in Dubai, where he often trained due to favorable weather interests and hobbies, other sports. Enjoys skiing, soccer supports FC Basel, and basketball philanthropy. Founder of the Roger Federer Foundation. Fashion, known for elegant style on and off the court. Long-standing partnership with Uniqlo, and previously with Nike. Here's a detailed look at Roger Federer's early life. Early life of Roger Federer. Birth and background. Born August 8, 1981, place, Basel, Switzerland. Parents. Father, Robert Federer, Swiss-German from Berneck, near the Austrian border. Mother, Lanette Federer, née Durand. South African, originally from Kempton Park, near Johannesburg. Roger holds dual citizenship, Swiss and South African, due to his mother's nationality. Childhood grew up in the town of Münchenstein, a suburb of Basel, close to the borders of France and Germany. Raised in a multicultural, multilingual environment, he spoke Swiss-German at home and learned English and French early on. Early love for sports. Federer was a very active child and took an early interest in sports. Played several sports, including soccer, a big fan of FC Basel, badminton, basketball, and table tennis. But tennis was his true passion from around age 6. Education and tennis training. Started playing tennis at a local club and showed natural talent very early. By age 8, he was already considered one of the top junior players in his region. At age 10, he met Adolf Kakowski, a coach at the Old Boys Tennis Club in Basel, who was impressed by his quick improvement. National recognition. At age 12, Federer decided to focus entirely on tennis. He joined the Swiss National Tennis Center in Écublens, near Lausanne, at age 14, where he trained full-time away from home. Despite struggles with homesickness and discipline, he thrived in this competitive environment. Junior tennis success. Thais, 1998, rose rapidly through the junior ranks. 1998. Won Wimbledon junior singles and doubles titles. Reached number 1 in the ITF world. Junior rankings turned pro turned professional later that same year, in 1998, at the age of 17. Here's a comprehensive overview of Roger Federer's professional career highlights, broken down into key phases of his legendary journey. Professional career highlights of Roger Federer, early years, and first breakthrough, 1998, 2002, 998. turned pro at age 17. 1999, reached his first ATP final, Marseille, won. Defeated Pete Sampras in a legendary 5-set match in the Wimbledon fourth round, seen as a generational shift, to won his first Masters 1000 title in Hamburg. Broke into the top 10 in the ATP rankings. 2. The dominant reign, 2003-2007. This period marks one of the most dominant stretches in tennis history. 2003, won his first Grand Slam at Wimbledon. 2004, won 3 Grand Slams, Australian Open, Wimbledon, US Open, became world number 1 in February, and held it for a record 237 consecutive weeks. 2005-2007, continued dominance including Wimbledon titles and back-to-back US Opens. 2006, won 12 titles, including 3 Grand Slams, one of the greatest seasons ever. Total Grand Slam titles in this phase: 11-5 Wimbledon, 3 US Open, 3 Australian Open. 3. Nadal rivalry and French Open quest, 2008, 2009, 2008 lost epic Wimbledon final to Rafael Nadal, considered one of the greatest matches ever. Won the US Open, his 5th in a row. Finally won the French Open, defeating Robin Soderling and completing the career Grand Slam. Regained the Wimbledon title, breaking Sampras's record with 15 Grand Slam titles. 4. Resilience and return to number 1, 2010-2012. Faced rising competition from Djokovic and Murray. 2012. Won Wimbledon again, his 17th Grand Slam. Returned to world no. 1, becoming the oldest ever at age 30. 5. Challenges and comeback. 2013-2016, struggled with back injuries and form. No Grand Slam wins during this period, but remained competitive. Played a key role in helping Switzerland win the Davis Cup in 2014. 6. Miraculous comeback and late career dominance. 2017-2018, underwent knee surgery and missed half the season. 2017, made a stunning return by winning the Australian Open, beating Nadal in the final. Won Wimbledon without dropping a set, his 8th, a record. 2018, won the Australian Open again, became the oldest world number 1, age 36 years, 320 days. Grand Slam titles in this phase. 3, 2 Australian Open, 1 Wimbledon. 7, final years and retirement. 2019-2022, 2019, reached Wimbledon final, lost in a historic 5-set match to Djokovic, despite holding 2 championship points. 2020-2021, underwent multiple knee surgeries, played very few matches. 2022, announced his retirement, played his last professional match at the Laver Cup in doubles with Nadal. Career stats. Summary Grand Slam titles, 20 weeks, as world known. 1, 310, 237 consecutive. Record Olympic medals, gold, doubles. 2008, with Wawrinka silver. Singles, 2012. Here's a detailed look at Roger Federer's dominant era, 2003-2007, a golden period when he redefined greatness in men's tennis. Roger Federer's dominant era, 2003-2007. During this 5-year stretch, Federer ascended from a promising young talent to one of the most dominant champions in tennis history. His grace, precision, and ruthless efficiency on court were unmatched to unmatched. Breakthrough year Grand Slam titles, Wimbledon, defeated Mark Philippoussi, his first Grand Slam title. Total titles, 7 year-end ranking. Danu signaled the start of his supremacy on grass. 2004, rise to number 1 Grand Slam titles, Australian Open, Defemer Safin, Wimbledon, Defen Roddick, US Open, Defer Hewitt. Total titles, 11 notable achievement, became world number 1 in February, finished year as year-end number 1 win-loss, record 74-6. 2005, continued domination. Grand Slam titles, Wimbledon, Def Mu, Roddick. US Open, Def Agassi. Grand Slam finals, Australian Open, SF, lost to Safin. French Open, SF, lost to Nadal. Total titles, 11 win-loss. Record, 81 four-year end, number 1 for second straight year. 2006, career best season. Grand Slam titles, Australian Open, Def Bagdatis. Wimbledon, Def Nadal. US Open, Def Roddick. Grand Slam. Finalist, French Open, lost to Nadal. Total titles, 12 win-loss. Record, 92 five-year end, number 1, third consecutive year, considered one of the greatest individual seasons in tennis history. 2007, still supreme Grand Slam titles, Australian Open, Defer Gonzalez. Wimbledon, Defer Nadal. US Open, Defer Djokovic. Grand Slam. Finalist, French Open, lost to Nadal. Total titles, 8 win-loss. Record, 68 nine-year end, number 1 on 4th straight. Year key stats, 2003-2007 Grand Slam titles, 11 ATP. Titles, 48 weeks at World No. 1 majority of 237 consecutive weeks began in this period. Win percentage, over 90% win rate in 2004, 2005, and 2006. Legacy of the era first player since the 1920s to win 3 Grand Slams in a single year 3 times. Revolutionized the modern all-court game with finesse, power, and athleticism. Became the global face of tennis, admired for grace on and off court. Here's a detailed overview of Roger Federer's challenging years and resurgence, 2008-2012, a defining chapter of resilience, reinvention, and rivalry. Challenging years and resurgence, 2008-2012. After a period of unmatched dominance, Federer faced intense competition from rising stars, especially Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic. Yet, he remained a force, adapting his game and reclaiming the top spot. End of the reign Grand Slam performance, Australian Open, semi-final, lost to Djokovic. French Open, final, lost to Nadal, 1-6, 3-6, 0-6. Wimbledon, final, lost to Nadal in an epic 5-set match. US Open, champion, Def, Murray. Highlights, lost world number 1, ranking to Nadal after 237 consecutive weeks, won Olympic gold medal in doubles with Stan Wawrinka. Beijing 2008 US Open title was his 13th Grand Slam, past Roy Emerson, closing in on Sampras's 14. 2009, historic milestones Grand Slam performance, Australian Open, final, lost to Nadal in 5 sets. French Open, champion, Defste. Söderling, completed career Grand Slam Wimbledon, champion, Def Roddick, 16-14 in final set, broke Sampras's record with 15th Slam US Open, final, lost to Del Potro. Achievements, returned to world number 1 in July 2009. First man since Andre Agassi to win all 4 majors. Career Grand Slam. Played in all 4 Slam finals. First man to do so in back-to-back years, 2008 and 2009. 2010. Quiet but competitive Grand Slam performance. Australian Open, champion, Defas. Murray, Dart. French Open, quarter-final, lost to Söderling Twarn. Wimbledon, quarter-final, lost to Berdych. US Open, semi-final, lost to Djokovic. Keynotes, won his 16th Grand Slam and 3rd Australian Open. Nadal completed career Grand Slam, shifting public attention to Federer-Nadal rivalry. Ended year ranked number 2 behind Nadal. 2011. Rise of Djokovic Grand Slam performance. Australian Open, SF, lost to Djokovic. French Open, final, lost to Nadal. Wimbledon QF, lost to Tsonga after leading 2 sets to 0.